Hi, I'm AnalystWX.com's weather analyst Andrew Fleck, just here around your 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock on your Monday evening doing a quick weather video discussion for what's exactly going on. First off, as you can see here throughout the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast, we have right now a low pressure just around east of Buffalo here. And that's that first primary low. There's another low pressure down here, and I'll show you that on the next imagery. But what we have right now is just a lot of blues, a lot of heavy snows in some areas, some sleet. I know sleet's a big factor right now through this imagery here, and then of course some just plain rain. Temperatures are very sporadic. Some areas are lower, some areas are higher. It's a type of event that was expected. What basically we have in this area though here is the sudden of a negative vorticity advection, and here you're not going to be getting just a full blanket precip where there's no dry slots or any of that. Really, it's here and there. It's bitty. Not even here, but really in this whole area in here. There's just here and there precips are passing by. As you go further down south around northern Maryland, across this area down here, you can kind of see that you have more of the precip is held better together, and that's because you're more in a positive vorticity advection. So you can kind of see the difference on that. But the one thing about this area in here though is this is basically where you have that center of that negative vorticity advection, and some folks on the surface would go and call that a high pressure or surface high pressure, which is the reason why you do have some dry spots in there, and it's not as blanketed. And given this, basically with having the low pressure up here around east of Buffalo, what that's basically doing is it's really taking all that colder air in the upper levels in that surface tide area, and it's actually converging and then surfacely diverging the cold air sporadically to many areas. As you could see, down in this imagery here, we're talking about Philly in some snow, some mix. They weren't expecting that. Up in northwestern, northeastern New Jersey, some mixing's going on, a lot of snow is going on. So that's really the impact that low pressure number one, or primary number one, is having on the area right now. Now, as to the second imagery here, we're going to go down to more of the southeast and southern mid-Atlantic states here, and what we have now here is another low pressure. It's definitely hidden somewhere in here. It's going to start becoming very evident as we go through the evening hours, and that's the second one there. That's not having too much of an impact, but what this will do is it will start to track up into this direction here, and we do expect that this bulk of precip is mainly really going to be touching this area pretty hard, with probably on the northern fringe of this red line some wintry precip, even again some spots as you can see in here with some wintry precip. But again, the more of the wintry precip will be north of this line, but more so you will have more of the blanketed precip in here and more of the warmer type of precip such as rain as we get more into the later nighttime hours into early Tuesday. And to explain that a little more thoroughly, I'm going to show you here that you have that primary up here, and you have that secondary that's going to be forming down here, and it's just going to kind of track up just off the coast here. You're going to have those two negative vorticity advections in here. You can get precip in there, and basically if you do get precip in there, it's probably the best chance if you can get it to form and stick together, because remember, it's almost like a surface high pressure. You can definitely see some colder precip in there, and that's why we think that you're probably going to have the good precip with this secondary just kind of scooting through here. And of course, if any precip makes its way into these areas here, it would probably be more in the form of wintry. And that's what we do expect coming into the later night hours, and I'm talking about very late Monday into or very, very early Tuesday morning. Now, as we go a little further on, we can go down to the south a little bit, show you what Texas is going for and what they're experiencing. And right now, north of Texas, or northern Texas, we're seeing some good snows coming through, good blanket, as you can see, coming through the northern Texas Panhandle here, and it's doing a pretty good job at it. I believe probably through that area there, you're probably talking about a 1 to 3, 2 to 4 inch from that band, and of course as everything starts to come through, as the moisture continues to pump in, you're going to start to see more widespread amounts, just as our map has. here at analysiswx.com. 6 to 12, 1 to 3, 3 to 6, 1 inch. Let's put it this way: for and to see amounts such as this down in such a southern area throughout the United States in winter, it's not uncommon. But you know what? This doesn't happen all the time. And how many times have we seen so far this winter history being broken, whether it's the Northeast, whether it's the Midwest, or the West? You know what? History can sure break itself across the South. Why not? Everybody else has. So that's going to conclude tonight's weather video discussion. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay safe in the Northeast if you have to travel or get out. Have some fun in the snow if you're in the South, and get ready for some slam in the West, as some rain is really going to start hitting your area about Tuesday afternoon into evening and Wednesday. So keep an eye on that, guys, and we'll talk to you very soon. So I'm AnalysisWX.com's weather analyst Andrew Fleck, signing off and on.